Hi, do I say hi?
Hi.
Can I start with one sentence? आपण यांना पाहिलेत का?
Nice, good Marathi.
Yeah, very good.
आपण यांना पाहिलेत का? यांना पाहिलेत का? मग कळलं ना
You
बरं.
understand?
Okay, so tell us something about the show today. You know, you walked in so confidently. Tell us something about it.
Yeah, well, I'm very glad that I'm here today. That this show happened today, and that I'm able actually to walk for a designer who's not only just making clothes, but he's making clothes that actually make sense and that have a story to tell for the people, for this world nowadays. I mean, last time I saw your show, you made some stuff out of plastic.
Right.
And today everything has a story again. What was it? Red, black, and white. And what I'm wearing is red, and you can see the protesters here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure you can see it. I love the story when he told me backstage. I was like, what? There are protesters on this? And there's actually something written on the outfits. And yeah, I'm actually very glad that I'm not just walking any show, but a show for Narendra Kumar.
The content. The show was basically 3 colors, and all our shows are really shows that talk about the times that we live in. I'm not inspired by the Taj Mahal or something else. I'm inspired by the people around me and how things are changing around things and how we can bring it into lifestyle and everything. So this story was really about where we are today in the country, the state of the country, things that are changing, and the 3 colors reflected those changes. Not only the change, we also reflected the aspiration that people have from those changes. So the show was about that, and of course it's athleisure and fun.
Sangeeta, you are a producer. How was it like taking the limelight for a show?
It was very amazing. It was for a cause, and it was an opportunity. We walked for Nari, who gave us this opportunity to walk in such beautiful, vibrant clothes, which are eco-friendly and message-giving. And I learned a lot from him, that it's not about us, everything is not about a story, what you assume, but it's people around you. So I'm grateful to him to give us all this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Oh, welcome. No, he's not going to the circus.
Sorry?
And no, he's not going to the circus.
No. Vibrancy is what we say. When he told me that I'm supposed to be wearing something really, really bright, and I said, bring it on, I love it. But as he rightly said, that there's a message, and all of them said that, Nari's styling and fashion has a message, a strong message. I'm going to repeat that.
Yeah, go
Red,
ahead. Yeah.
black, and white. Red is what the current situation we are in. Black is the darkest reality.
Yes.
And white is something that we want in life. We want that vibrancy but peaceful. And a lot of people have asked, what is this? Why FKNS Mumbai? He's a globally renowned designer, but the fact is, roots and base from very much Mumbai.
And fake news started in Mumbai.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
Which is not really fake.
Which is not really
It's
fake.
not really fake.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Be safe.
And namaste.
Just wait. I was here on time. अरे कैसे हो? Hi guys. Professional actor guys. She's just been fab. This experience has been mind blowing.
You know, I've been dying to do something with Saqib Salim. Only because he's so talented and so hot. No?
अपनी तारीफ नहीं कर सकता. You asking me this? Not right.
No, also this is Deb and this is Neil, and we are wearing, and we just walked for Deb, our Neil. And this was fabulous, so thank
That's
you.
Dave. That's Neil. We are the R.
R.
Anji.
Yeah. The clothes we are wearing, yeah. No, I think when you're comfortable, I think it also gives you confidence because you're not really thinking about the clothes. It's just you can carry yourself with ease and grace and comfort, and I think that's the secret of good fashion. Also, I always feel that if you're comfortable, if you're feeling good in something, you will also look good in it. And I love their clothes. I've been wearing their clothes for a few years now, and it's very light and breezy, and it's fabulous. I love the textures they use. So yeah.
यार मैं दिल्ली से हूँ. मैं ना बचपन में खाने में कॉन्फिडेंस खिलाता हूँ. ये लोग ये थोड़े 2 चम्मच कॉन्फिडेंस दे दो. But jokes aside, I know these boys for the last 14 years, and I feel like when people get together and they're happy together, confidence somehow comes from within. If you're doing it for friends, the intention is to make sure that the garment looks great when you walk on the ramp, and when it's for friends, you even more want to put in a little more effort. So, and we are actors, यार हम acting कर लेते थोड़ी confidence.
इन्होंने भाई मेरा तो मतलब मैं बोल रही हूँ ना, मुझे इतने सालों से कुछ करना था साकिब सालिम के साथ, और थैंक यू फॉर पुटिंग.
That's Abu Salim. Saqib Salim.
और so thank you. I mean, thanks to them, they've put us together. He's a lot of fun. Sometimes
अच्छा casting है ना?
हाँ, अच्छा casting है. Sometimes you actually cast us together for something.
हाँ जी, sorry.
Tell us something about the collection. Like, what was it?
The collection was all about, see, this is our 15th year. We have come back. We started at Bombay for the first fashion week, and this is like a full circle journey for us. Aza invited us for the Bombay Times Fashion Week, so we are really grateful for that. And we wanted to bring the very best what we do with our collection: prints to embroidery, understated, classy, less is more. Those were the elements which we always stress on, and we are not dying to do the next thing which was offered to us. We thought through, and we saw that we have the like-minded friends and people who would present our clothes. So we came over to do the collection out here. So we can go on talking, but thanks to Azza and thanks to Bombay Times for putting up a fantastic show today.
The right people to ask our Reliance and Kabir Khan, they would have the right answer for it. But मैं भी जितना आप वेट कर रहे हैं ना, मैं भी उतनी उत्सुकता से ट्रेलर का वेट कर रहा हूँ. जैसे ही मुझे पता चलेगा कब है, I'll be the first person to tell. I don't know, I have not met Kapil sir recently, but he was there when we were shooting some bits, and it's just great to have him around here. So he hasn't told us what he thinks, but for all of us who were shooting the film, we were fanboys. We were just happy that he was there. I think more than the loss, I think this is a time where all of us have to be very careful, and we don't have to think of the immediate loss, but we have to see the bigger
Long term.
picture, and we have to realize that it's a serious pandemic and we have to be careful.
Yeah.
So rather than thinking what is the immediate loss, we need to see how much less damage, what all damage control can we do.
Also in India, we were talking about this, that it's very likely to spread very fast because of the number of people around and the proximity we live in. But also, I think, as he said, the short term, obviously there are losses, shoots are getting cancelled, postponed, a lot of things, right? But I think the bigger picture, the safety of people, and I think this particular show, I'm glad that Bombay Times actually ended up doing this, and the precautions they've been taking, that's been great. It's so well organized. Everybody's like quite careful now. But I think in the long term, it's also good because in India, our hygiene sense is really bad. And I think it'll probably teach us to be a little more careful of what we do with our hands.
True.
FOMO Shots 2 is likely to come out on the 17th of April. Hopefully it will release. We were
पर
supposed
digital
to.
पे है ना तो घर पे बैठ के
Yeah,
देख
but
सकते हैं.
also we're starting promotions now, so I think that's not immediately starting. I don't really know what the latest news on that is, but hopefully it'll come out in April.
Talking about the web series, after Navratri, I'm going to see you
जी.
again. Now tell us something about that.
Oh, nice.
Can
So
I
I
first
just
tell you something about Crackdown? He bulked up from the last time I met him. All the measurements were like 2 inches more out here, so it took a while to fit him in. So I know what he did for Crackdown.
I have had 4 costume trials for the outfit that I'm wearing. Usually I'm a model size, you give me clothes and they fit me. But this time it was a bit of a task. So this show that I've done is directed by Apurva Lakhia. It's an action series and as a kid that's been my favorite genre.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be a raw agent and stuff, and I got to play this in India. And it's a beautiful story, it's a great narrative. It's a action show with a lot of action and a lot of drama. And I got to do proper action for the first time, and I'd been training for action for the last 1 year, so it kind of helped. It should be out middle of this year sometime, but it's a good series. I've really enjoyed working on it. I've got a very good cast. There's Shriya in it, there is Rajesh Talang in it, there's Vanusha, there's Iqbal Khan. They've got interesting bunch of actors, and Apu's a fun guy. I've known him since the last 6 years. We play a lot of cricket together, so he's just a fun guy to shoot with. जी यार हर चीज़ डिफिकल्ट होती है, बट आई फील लाइक इफ यू स्टार्ट एंजॉइंग इट यू स्टॉप थिंकिंग कि वो डिफिकल्ट है कि नहीं. एंड एक्शन इज समथिंग आई एंजॉय डूइंग. इट्स अ ग्रेट एड्रेनलिन रश. सो वंस इट्स लाइक कोरियोग्राफी, जैसे डांस होता है ना, अगर आपको एक बार आ गया डांस तो आपको बहुत मजा आता है उसके ऊपर. सो एक्शन इज लाइक दैट. इट्स एक्चुअली डांसिंग. यू एक्चुअली नॉट, इफ आई एम पंचिंग हिम, आई एम एक्चुअली नॉट पंचिंग हिम. इट्स कोरियोग्राफी. So if once you get the choreography right, it's a lot of fun.
And it's a play of rhythm, really,
Yeah,
between.
If you talk about it's all about feminism, which talks about family. And this is talks about her choice on feminism. That is how much do you agree with this thing?
I don't want to comment on anybody specifically, but I think what Neha wanted to say was no kind of abuse is all right. And I think whether it's on a man or a woman, it is wrong. Physical abuse and any kind of violence, especially any kind of abuse and violence, is completely wrong. So and there is no justification for that. Even what's been happening in our country right now, I think we constantly need to keep talking about how violent the human race has become. And it's really disturbing, because I don't know where so much angst and so much, there's this thing of hitting somebody else, right?
And
Physically
intolerance.
harming somebody else, and intolerance. I think that's something that we need to introspect as a community, as human beings, as individuals. So I think that I completely agree with. Yeah.
मैम यू नो एवरीथिंग. यू नो एवरीथिंग. देयर इज नथिंग. कुछ आपको पता है, हमें पता. No, I have 83 coming, and then this is the series I've shot. So whatever else I do, you'll be the first person. After I tell her when the trailer's out, I'll tell you what I'm doing next.
Also, actually, from Violence, my British series is coming out this
Oh,
month in
nice
March.
plug-in, smooth.
No, but where I play an acid attack victim, and it's really, we were shooting for over like 3 months, and to actually be on the other side, and I've always been very scared of this, and it's so rampant in a country like ours. It's really scary, and when you don't think twice before throwing something like an acid or on another human being, it's really scary. So I think it wasn't really a plug-in, but it's
Just joking.
it's,
Violence
any kind
has
of
to be
violence.
condoned in
Yeah,
every
yeah.
possible
How can you hurt somebody?
Yeah, exactly.
How
Physical
can
harm.
you, matlab, physically, mentally, how can you as a human being hurt somebody?
And the whole
That's the
idea of making it normalizing is not right. So if I go back to what Neha did, I completely stand by her, because she took the right stand to say.
वायलेंस की आप लोग बात करें, लेकिन जो लड़की का कहना है कि वो 4 गर्ल्स रिलेशनशिप में.
Who are we to judge?
Listen, it's
Who
a
are we to
video.
judge?
How do you even know it's not a doctored video? I mean,
Once
I
again,
don't really know.
I am saying what we are dealing here is adultery.
Yeah.
Correct? For some people who are doing it is not wrong, but if you ask me, adultery is wrong. So The girl having multiple boyfriends is wrong, but the guy hitting her for that is also wrong, is what I'm trying to say. If the girl wants to have 4 boyfriends or wants to date somebody else, that's her call. But I cannot judge. My parameter of judgment is not true to that person. How she sees it is important, right?
And we cannot use physical abuse as a way to stop people from doing it. She has decided what she wanted to do.
If you ask us,
we cannot
it is
punish
wrong.
anybody. Yeah.
What she did is absolutely wrong, but what the guy also did is absolutely wrong.
But I think, we got to go back to love, We got to be like tolerant, and I think, it's so, why can't we just smile and just be open as society, as individuals? I think that's, in today's day and age, I think love is the only medicine. Way before Chapak. It was shot a year before Chapak actually. Then I actually haven't seen Chapak. I want to see my show first and then Chapak because I didn't want to. But but we had an incredible team. It's a British cast and crew. Also the guy who did my prosthetics is somebody called Davy Jones. He's a BAFTA winner. We had 17 stages of the healing process from the time she gets attacked. So it's incredible. I'm hoping to watch it myself, and I'm hoping everyone watches it and likes it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you for coming.
say that.
No, it was from inside. Actually. So, first of all, congratulations to all. So, how was the experience walking that?
It was great. These two are amazing too. They're just very chill, Tia, Rajiv both, and so it was a pleasure to walk for them. And I really love my outfit today because I think that high slit is what has made it really special for me. It's a super twist on the conventional lehenga, and of course the tiered sleeves I think was also an added twist because tears are having a moment right now, and to do them on the sleeves I thought was kind of unique and interesting.
I think she'll describe it better.
I don't think this needs a lot of description because the outfit talks and all. Our inspiration has been floral chins and, like Diana said, the high slit with the lace. Again, she's carried it so beautifully that I think the garment just describes itself for the modern wear. So she's been a great piece for us.
Nice. I might also add it's very comfortable. Like it's so light and easy to wear that it would make a great.
When you're wearing it, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
I think this is it. What was also inspiring?
Now, I mean, because I've done it for so long, I don't get nervous anymore. Now I just like enjoy it. So, you enjoy the music, you kind of like want to make sure that you don't trip, of course, because sometimes garments are really long and heels are really high. But other than that, it's just about enjoying the moment, enjoying the music. And,
The whole collection is very easy to wear. It's more of, like you can say, easy breezy kind of garments. And we've selected very selective motifs, like from heritage and pottery and stuff. This time.
More wearable,
More wearable.
anybody can wear it very comfortably for any destination weddings or sangeet. It's just very easy to wear.
it's very easy to travel with, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said already, that now it's more about enjoying it, and I used to definitely get really nervous in the beginning, but usually it's only if the outfit's really difficult to walk in or very heavy, or if the heels are super high, or there's a long train. But I feel like today I was very much at ease because it's as light as a feather, and it's a very easy, breezy, flowy outfit.
Okay, Diana, which is the most difficult according to you, acting in a movie or walking
The two are very different, and people ask me this all the time. They're poles apart. I mean, acting requires getting under the skin of a character and telling a story and being part of a whole setup of a film. It's also a much longer commitment. One project takes 3 to 4 months minimum, if not more. Whereas a modeling job is like 1 day. So they're completely different. You can't compare the two.
Okay, very soon you're going to see in
Yes.
So what's the status of it?
Almost complete. We have a little bit of patchwork left, and the film should release soon. I mean, maybe in the next few months. So, yeah.
Like the country is suffering from the whole industry is also suffering from many things are cannot think films are released are being cancelled.
Yeah.
How much loss do you feel like this will for Mayapuri?
I mean, I feel like at the moment, loss is secondary because the need of the hour is what the government is currently doing, which is to a partial shutdown and lockdown of sorts, where people need to distance themselves from each other and need to stay at home as much as possible. And I think that is extremely, extremely important. I cannot stress on the fact of how important it is for us to contain this at this stage before it becomes so bad that we can't contain it anymore. So I think that loss and all of that is, yes, it's true, and the markets are down, everybody's suffering, but that is still secondary to what the need for the art is right now. And I think safety comes first for everyone, safety and health, and we all need to protect ourselves.
Have to travel a lot. In fact, all the actors have to travel a lot.
Yeah.
How much are you avoiding traveling?
I mean, traveling for leisure is definitely out of the question now. So if you have to travel, which I think now everybody is kind of stopping as well. A lot of shoots have been cancelled. There was a notice today that all shoots will be suspended till 31st or 30th or whatever. So all of that is already coming to a standstill. But if you absolutely have to, for whatever emergency, you need to take precautions. So I traveled recently and I wore a mask all through. I carried my little sanitizer. I washed my hands like 500 times. And most importantly, washing hands I think is the most important, but also not touching your face as much as possible. So if you're just aware of these things and if you consciously follow them, then I think, it's a good way to at least stop the progression of this virus.
The gyms are getting shut. So how celebs and how you're coping up?
I was the happiest to hear that the gyms are getting shut. No, but on a serious note, I was actually thinking, before they were shut, I was thinking that's one of the biggest places that these things can spread because there's so many people using the same equipment and we don't know how well the gyms are being sanitized, not sanitized. So it's actually I think it's a great measure to and just work out from home if you have to, dumbbells at home, work out. But I think safety first. Safety
I
first.
think we're all getting a break from our routine.
And I think many people will start yoga at home now.
Yeah, yoga and meditation, Pilates, spend time with your family, you know. So a lot of, I think, there's some good in all this is that you actually now sit back from this really fast-paced life and just, spend some time, quality time with your loved ones at home.
Then what is the role which a designer plays in your particular profession? Your answer is beautiful, that the designer makes it more beautiful.
I completely depend on designers to make me look like I'm, stylish and fashionable. But yeah, they go hand in hand, and the entertainment and fashion industry would be nothing without, the amazing designers that we have. So yeah, we can't do it without each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.